everyone, I am the Kaiju no Kami, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the first issue to a very special crossover series from IDW and Boom Comics. It is Godzilla vs. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is a crossover fans have been waiting decades to see, as it seems like such a simple idea, and yet no one ever bothered to do it. I know I personally am not a fan of crossovers between two big franchises because they usually tend to come off as just a gimmick rather than something competent. And then there comes the fallout for said crossover because if you're a bigger fan of one side over the other, you're going to want the franchise you value more to win. And if they don't, you get mad while fans on that side cheer, and then a whole flame war starts because one side has to take the crossover way too personally, sometimes blaming the writers, yada yada. Or there's the opposite effect, where the writer will play it safe and not have anyone winning as the two sides have to team up to take on a greater threat, creating a cop-out that is equally frustrating. So, with that in mind, can Godzilla vs. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers overcome this barrier? Or is this series screwed no matter what? Let's take a look at the first issue and see how it begins. The characters and plot. Given it's a Power Rangers comic, you should probably already know who the characters are. Or at least, I hope you do. Issue 1 kicks off with Rita and her minions looking for the secrets of a hidden temple, murdering all of the monks who reside there in the process. God damn. She finds a crystal that will let her traverse the multiverse as she searches for a universe that is free of Power Rangers. We have no idea what led to her discovery of this temple, how she knew about there being a crystal that has universe traveling capabilities, nor how she even knows that there is a multiverse to begin with. She just does. Tommy, in Green Ranger form, unsuccessfully tries to stop her, and they end up in the midst of a battle between Godzilla and Megalon. There, she notices a strange UFO and teleports everyone in it, meeting the ex-aliens we all know and love from Invasion of Astro Monster. I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this story thus far. The setup was just too rushed with little breathing room to figure out what exactly is going on. There is no explanation for any of the questions I mentioned revolving around Rita and her multiverse knowledge. It is funny seeing her invade the ship of the invaders, and Goldar gets a cool moment when they are told to put down their weapons. Ultimately, I never felt any excitement from the story beyond its basic gimmick. Also, this Rita seems so different from the ones I'm used to that I'm not sure how I feel about her. I like that she is threatening, but it's hard to picture Barbara Goodson's voice from this iteration of her. One moment I enjoyed was when she did try to take over Godzilla's mind, and Godzilla is all like, "Nope, the monsters and mecha." Given it's Godzilla and Power Rangers, there's obviously monsters to talk about and mecha. Like I said, when Rita and her gang first land on this Earth, they find themselves the audience to a conflict between Godzilla and Megalon. After that is done, Tommy summons the Dragozor to battle our favorite atomic reptilian. I know this is always a discussion we had as kids, but seeing it in reality, the fight was quite lackluster. I wanted to see something more akin to a Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla fight, while what I got was not all that great. There was a serious lack of suspense and tension when it came to the fight, for it was pretty much just a one-sided battle. What also didn't help matters was the artwork. No disrespect to Freddie Williams II, but his artwork in this issue was atrocious. Williams is not a bad artist, for his work in the Batman Ninja Turtles crossover comics are great and really fit the style of those characters. Here, not so much. The biggest point of contention I have is it seems like Williams modeled the character designs off the horrid, muscular Bandai toys rather than how they look in the show. Tommy was so deformed looking it wasn't even funny. He isn't the only one though, as even Rita seemed abnormally skinny. All of this pales in comparison to the shot of the other Rangers inside the command center though. Holy Christ! What are they looking at? The four Rangers not named Jason look like they are some sort of lifeless mannequins who have their heads positioned to be staring out into empty space. Are they supposed to be looking at Zordon? Because if they are, they have no idea where he is actually situated. I guess I should commend the art on one aspect. Williams managed to recapture the bad acting of Power Rangers by having the Rangers look like they are staring at a figure that will be CGI'd into the scenery later, and they don't know how big this being will be. Blink. Blink. Okay, I know you're technically a drawing, so you can't blink. But blink! And why does Zordon look like he is holding in a fart? Seriously, what are they looking at? What's even weirder is how great the X-Aliens look. The same goes to Megalon, despite looking like he stepped out of some Trendmasters packaging. The star of the show in the art department is easily Godzilla. These three aspects and the really stellar splash page tell me Williams is a great artist. So I have no idea what the hell happened on the Power Rangers design side of things. And sadly, given he has probably already finished working on the series, there is no chance of there being an improvement as the comic continues. Overall, this comic did nothing to quell my fears about crossover tales. I was not the least bit impressed with it given the terrible pacing and horrid artwork. Like, why? I thought we were done with these muscular Ranger designs when Bandai lost the rights to Power Rangers and it went to Hasbro. Hasbro has done so much going in the right direction. And then the scene of them just staring off into nothingness. Let's hope issue 2 can rectify my problems with this one. Until next time, I'll only get this issue if you are a must-have Power Rangers and Godzilla. If you're just a Power Rangers fan, go get the regular series instead. Bye.
Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead.